Welcome back, folks, to another MVW highlights video, and we start off this episode with some tag team championship action as the Skeleton Bros make their first title defense against the Brooklyn World Order, the combination of Cat Mario and Mario. Cat Mario and Mario make their way to the ring first, flexing their muscles and getting ready to bring the titles back to the Brooklyn World Order to make the Brooklyn World Order two-time tag team champions. But then the Skeleton Brothers come to the ring. Sans comes to the ring prepared and determined while Papyrus comes to the ring with a scooter. The Skeleton Brothers pose while fireworks go off, often pose with the championships. And then after a while, the match officially starts. After some introductions, the match starts with Papyrus immediately taking down Mario before picking him up and hitting him with a backbreaker. Papyrus then hits the backbreaker move again, and another backbreaker move. Papyrus then taunts, slams Mario down, picks him up, tosses him over his shoulder, and does the backbreaker move again. He then picks him up, hits him with another suplex, and Papyrus continues, but Mario counters. They then exchange until Mario gets the upper hand, and then Mario hits a big knee. But Papyrus regains control, hits a big slam before taunting. He then tosses Mario down again, and Papyrus continues with the combo and hits a big low blow, which the referee didn't see. Then hits a power slam, but Cat Mario comes into the ring, hits a DT, and but misses a dive. And then Papyrus catches him, slams him down, and then slams him down onto the barricade, and then tosses him into the ring, where Papyrus then lands the knee backbreaker move again, but Cat Mario dodges and lands the spinning move before hitting an arm drag off the top rope. Mario then comes back into the ring just to get beaten up some more by Papyrus. Papyrus hits a clothesline, then tags into Sans. Sans immediately starts taunting, but Mario catches him and went for a suplex, but Sans counters into the belly-to-belly. Mario, however, hits a suplex, but Sans reverses, and then they start randomly reversing each other's moves until Sans hits the big slam, and then picks Mario up and tosses him in and hangs him up and knees him. Then tags in Papyrus. Papyrus then tosses Mario into the barricade, slams his head off, and does a bunch of other stuff. Then throws Mario back into the ring, where Mario regains control, and him and Cat Mario hit a double team. Cat Mario then starts choking out Papyrus, went for a drop kick, but Papyrus counters, hits another slam, but Cat Mario hits the arm drag and goes for the pinfall. But Papyrus, however, gets sent over, and Cat Mario continues with its offense for a moonsault that almost wins the matchup. Mario then, however, enters the matchup and immediately gets slammed on the ropes, where Papyrus calls for the end of the matchup, hits a big shoulder tackle, and then a DDT. Then Papyrus picks up Mario, hits him with a big slam, and then poses for the match to end. Papyrus goes for his finishing maneuver, but Mario counters and hits a nice combo on Papyrus, but Papyrus fights back and sends him into the corner and starts slapping him around. However, Papyrus counters, and him and Sans hit an impressive double team move. Sans then calls Mario up to his feet and hits him with the DDT. And then Sans then sets up and hits the Gaster Blaster curve, but Cat Mario immediately picks up the pinfall. Sans hits a suplex, and Papyrus misses a dive. And then Mario throws him into the corner and hits some knees. But Papyrus counters, slams Cat Mario down, puts Mario back into the ring, hits a punch, and then hits Mario with a low blow and a power bomb. He then knocks Cat Mario off the apron and hits Mario with a shoulder tackle and then another shoulder tackle to Cat Mario. He then hits the chokeslam to win the matchup and retain the titles, and the Skeleton Bros retain the title with ease, defeating the Brooklyn World Order to retain the titles, and the Skeleton Bros are still the champions. Then next we have another tag team matchup. Out first comes Gromit on the motorcycle who comes down to the ring once again on his motorcycle. And then Gromit comes down to the ring on the motorcycle, and Wallace walks down to the ring with his trombone once again. The two make their entrance like last time with the trombone and motorcycle, but then comes the collab empire. Out first comes yours truly, myself. I come to the ring with the most expensive outfit you've probably seen in your life, climb the turnbuckle and dramatically pose for a couple minutes before looking into the crowd. And then backup arrives as Arcade Cats Extra, aka Jake, makes his way to the ring, taunting to the crowd, posing once again with also a very expensive looking outfit. And then the match starts, and Jake immediately hits a dropkick, and then he starts trying to do damage, but Gromit fights back. Gromit tosses him into corner and walls, and Gromit hit a double team move, but Jake starts hitting a bunch of headbutts on, starts spamming headbutts on Wallace. He gets Wallace with another headbutt before tagging me, and I get myself in there, and I hit Wallace with the Shoryuken Street Fighter style, and then one to Gromit. Gromit, however, hits a punch, goes for a leg drop, but gets hit with a combo and a Hadouken. Gromit tries to take control, but I continue with the combos, but I get slapped in the chest. Wallace comes in, but I easily try to deflect him, but he hangs me upside down, and I counter by getting slammed into the ground by Wallace. Wallace and Gromit then hit a double team move, but I respond with a kick. Then Gromit hits me with the low blow, but I counter with the kick combo and tag back in Jake. Jake then hits the suplex before Wallace comes in and tries to do something. Jake, however, starts attempting to fight back, but then Wallace hits the phenomenal forearm. Jake, however, kicks out, but he takes a massive lariat. Jake, however, continues to fight back, hits another headbutt, but Gromit continues to fight back, but then I tag myself in, and me and Gromit start hitting some big moves. I, however, hit a Shoryuken and hit another Shoryuken, and then start turning to the crowd trying to call in some allies, but it doesn't help as I continue to Shoryuken. I hit knees, and then I hit more moves, and then I hit my finishing move, the game over. Gromit, however, kicks out, so I pick him up again, and I hit him with a kick. I then hit him up and land the TKO, and then I go for another move by reverse. I grab Gromit, pull him back into the ring, and I go for a moonsault, but Gromit dodges. Gromit then hits the big slam and boot combo, and then tags in Wallace. Wallace then goes for a move immediately. I counter, and Jake is now back in the matchup. Jake hits the door slam, and then follows it through with the headbutt and suplex combo. However, that doesn't work, and he hits a double stomp, and then went for a moonsault, but he misses his moonsault. He gets double teamed by Wallace and Gromit, and Gromit hits the tombstone pile driver, but it's luckily broken up by me. I, however, get slapped, which allows Jake to come into the ring and land a series of drop kicks to get a 2 count. Jake then does some other moves, and I tag back in just to take a DDT, but I hit a low blow and a kick combo. I then jump up top, hit the slam dunk, but I don't get it, so I go up to the top and I hit another slam dunk. I then pick Wallace up and go for the TKO by him, but Gromit avoids, and I hit the Rough Rider, but once again Gromit kicks out, and then I end up getting DDT'd. But I reverse, and there's some brawling, but I managed to get Gromit and hit Wallace with a kick, and then hit Gromit, try to attempt to hit a suplex on Gromit, but I hit him with the DDT eventually. I then go for a flying maneuver, completely miss, and get punched in the face. Gromit comes into the ring and immediately attempts a chokehold on me, but I managed to break out, and I hit him with the Shoryuken. I then head up top, and I hit him with a kick. He tried to go for something, but I hit the game over again, and the Collab Empire win the matchup. It might be speeded up for you, but I'll tell you this was quite the long matchup when I was recording it. But then next comes Mr. Bean versus smg4. And oh boy, are you ready for something? Because I am ready for something. Mr. Bean comes to the ring with all the dramatic lighting and the pyro coming through the door before posing to the ground dramatically, while all types of pyro and lighting comes up from the ring. He continues come down to the ring, posing as he waits for possibly his biggest challenge yet. smg4 makes his first entrance, coming down to the ring with some type of club or staff. He comes to the ring with fireworks and pyro around him and comes to the ring dramatically posing with his arm behind his back. smg4 then does a couple of shadow boxing before him and his matchup with Mr. Bean starts. Mr. Bean goes for a move but immediately falls, and smg4 takes advantage with some punches. smg4 then hits an elbow drop immediately, which starts a slap contest between the two. smg4 and Mr. Bean proceed to slap each other for the next couple of minutes, and wildly brawl before smg4 takes advantage and slams Mr. Bean down before making him bleed with a punch and then doing some other stuff. However, and then the brawl goes to the outside where they start throwing each other into the barricade. Mr. Bean gets a couple of throws into the barricade, but smg4 responds with a throw into the barricade of his own, and smg4 then goes for a move, and then they start going for another punch contest, but smg4 wins that and locks in the sleeper hold. Mr. Bean, however, easily breaks out and grabs him by the hat and slams him into the table before hitting a knee and going for a pinfall, which gets a 2 count. Mr. Bean then continues his offense and hits a big flying knee, but smg4 gets the choke slam. However, it's only a 1 count. Mr. Bean then hits the knee and hits the Bean Stomp to win the matchup. That was quite a fast matchup, and Mr. Bean wins the matchup. And now we move on to the main event, the smg4 Memorial Battle Royal, dedicated to smg4, who's one of my favorite YouTubers. This one's for you, mate. Bowser comes down to the ring first, surrounded by flames and dramatically posing, of course. He spins around, dramatically posing before getting to the ring, getting angry, trying to attack a fan, and then starts jumping into the ring with fire surrounding him. Then out next comes Talking Tom, coming to the ring with a jacket on, posing to the fans while the fans cheer him on. He's the underdog, or I guess you could say undercat of this matchup. But then Pepsi Man makes his way to the ring with his $1 million championship, dramatically posing while fireworks come around him. He then enters the ring and raises his championship up into the air. Note that championship is an unofficially recognized title in the MVW, and Pepsi Man has been brewing in it for a amount of weeks. Scorpion then makes his way to the ring, posing while fire comes around him before reaching his hand out and walking down to the ring. If he wins this matchup, not only does he get the RA reward of the smg4 Memorial Battle Royal of $1 of any money choosing, but he will get a shot against Sub-Zeros for the Intergalactic Championship. Then Agent 47 walks his way down to the ring menacingly without showing any emotion, except I think he tried to attack a fan. He then rushes into the ring and stares down the other competition. Then finally, Link makes his way to the ring as the screen flashes grey and gold as smoke and fire surrounds Link as he drops his sword into the ramp before walking to the ring with a purpose. The matchup starts and Link immediately gets eliminated from the matchup in only a couple seconds, but so does Pepsi Man. Bowser then multiple times tries to eliminate Tom, but Tom manages to stay in. Agent 47 and Bowser start fighting, but Bowser cannot eliminate Scorpion. Scorpion stays in the matchup, while Tom tries his best to fight off Agent 47. And I'll tell you this matchup might be more shorter than the last episode's main event, as Tom avoids elimination multiple times while staying in the matchup. So Tom hits a big spear on Bowser to get advantage and hits an elbow and a knee on Bowser. Agent 47 tries for something and Tom attempts and almost gets eliminated, but Agent 47 saves Tom but gets thrown over the top rope by Bowser. Scorpion then uses all his strength to eliminate Bowser, but then gets choke slammed by Tom. And then Tom starts slamming Scorpion, and Tom lands a super kick, and Tom wins the smg4 Memorial Battle Royal, And we'll probably get a title shot at some championship.